Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of a replay between Info Linko and Root QXC here on Jungle Basin. Once again, a Marine Marauder army moving out, siege tanks doing another push onto this planetary fortress. And will it be enough? Hellions now trying to move out. However, the planetary fortress able to get a lot of damage done. And now in come Ghost with a nuke. The planetary fortress also semi within range of 6, dealing damage back against those units there. And if that nuke does come down, that's going to be a very bad day indeed. Siege tanks need to unsiege. However, some of them are within that blast radius, taking a lot of damage there as those units now trying to back off once again. Siege tanks getting finished off. Marines and Marauders, even without Ghost support, able to deal a lot of damage. No medevac support to try to heal up any of those units. Only one medevac in the air. Those siege tanks once again trying to push out. Will it be enough as we now have 3 nukes being built by QXC. So QXC now with 3 Ghost Academies will be able to continuously drop nukes out of the sky very easily. In come Marauders. Marauders dropping straight onto that siege tank line, able to clean up the rest of those siege tanks there. Nicely done. 4 Marauders and 1 medevac cleaning up those units. However, that was a unit out of position. In comes another drop by Linko. Linko trying to clean up many more of those units. However, that planetary fortress with a range of 7 will be able to finish off many of those Marines. Marines now trying to back off there, able to clean up the rest of those SCVs and now unable to mine. However, we now see another drop trying to come in, another medevac drop, cleaning up the rest of these Marauders here, and we'll be able to finish off that unit there. Once again, Marines and Marauders pushing out a lot of medevacs without support. No Marines and Marauders coming in from Linko, and a lot of those medevacs just getting shot out of the sky. 4 out of position medevacs will be easily cleaned up here, and now Linko will be forced to retreat to his own planetary fortress and the missile turrets back here. So Marauders and Marines pushing against these units. Marines also just walking straight in a single file line, rallied to the wrong location as they get cleaned up. However, one Marine did have support from that medevac and now able to survive out just a little bit longer. You do see a couple of Marines hanging around back over here, making sure that QXC unable to mine off of these mineral patches, holding position. Ghost once again quickly cloaking, and now double scanner sweeps revealing this attack here. Those Ghosts are currently being revealed, and now using Snipe to finish off the rest of those Marines. So a nice use of Snipe, and then now Ghost being picked up and now being dropped on top of that siege tank. And now that siege tank will quickly get cleaned up there. So nicely done by QXC. QXC using a lot of Ghost very effectively. More Ghosts being trained, more Marines, more Marauders, and not even one siege tank being trained just quite yet. More Marines and Marauders coming in from Linko. So Linko trying to move out with a very strong force. Linko also having level 1 weapons upgrade on his infantry units. Meanwhile, QXC 1-1 upgrades across the board, and finally Linko trying to get those concussive shells on those Marauders, not having those concussive shells for 23 minutes into this game. So that may have just been an oversight coming in. Another group of nukes now coming in as well. So we do have 2 nukes coming in, and all of those SCVs will be able to back off just in time. However, the loss of mining from these mineral patches and the loss of couple of those SCVs dealing enough damage. You can see those Ghosts just outside of that blast radius burning those trees, and now once again medevac in the air on the move, perhaps going to try to do another nuclear drop into the base of Linko. Linko does not have any missile turrets on the outskirts, only protecting his mineral lines, so a lot of these production buildings will be very vulnerable to that play. However, once again, Marines and Marauders pushing back into here, so Marines and Marauders are able to deal a lot of damage. The siege tank needs to back off and perhaps try to siege up and able to start damaging into this location here. Now going to start sieging into this location and will be able to start blasting away at some of these SCVs. And now in comes another Ghost. So Ghost trying to deal damage. However, the planetary fortress able to start blasting away. So now more Marines and Marauders coming into this position as well. We do see one Marine trying to fight back against the planetary fortress, and now another Marauder pushing back into this direction. And now in comes another nuke. So more nukes still being dropped in by both players. And now that nuke most likely, will be canceled, making sure to not hit his own units there. Another group of siege tanks coming in trying to blast the center location. However, with the number of nukes that QXC is constantly dropping, making it very difficult for Linko to do anything about it so far. And now QXC has transferred some Marines and Marauders along this backside in order to offer support, and now QXC calling mules into this location, able to get a very strong economic advantage. More Marines trying to move out once again. Marines trying to stim, moving into this location, needs to get within that 0 blast radius. However, not within that 0 blast radius, and taking damage as well as those medevacs were offering sight onto that Zelnaga watchtower past this brush. Back over here, Linko now trying to deal damage towards this one planetary fortress. However, that is still not going to work at all. The planetary fortress able to just clean up the rest of these marauders, and Linko really needs to keep track of all of his rally points. Another nuke being dropped here, but I believe this one ghost will get taken down. There we go, down it goes. The nuclear launch has been canceled by those siege tanks. Marines and marauders trying to bust this siege line, and we'll be able to take down one of those siege tanks, but not all too effective. Back in the base, we still see one medevac over here with 3 ghosts, and I'm waiting to see what QXC is going to be doing with that one medevac, and that medevac should be able to come in here and just simply disrupt a lot of the production buildings here, a lot of the Terran buildings. With 3 ghosts, multiple nukes will be able to destroy all of these buildings very, very easily. Only 1,300 hit points, and in comes 3 ghosts. So here are the ghosts that I was talking about. An EMP shockwave, getting rid of all the energy on the orbital command. So there is no longer any detection off of this orbital command here. There is still plenty of detection here. Is the ghost going to come in and EMP this location as well? Yes, EMPing both of those orbital commands, and no additional scanning available. In come these ghosts now. Ghosts dropping triple nukes into this location, and all of these production buildings will either be on fire or pretty much destroyed at this time. One poor marauder now trying to move out, and that marauder, will it be able to escape in time? No, unable to, as all of those production buildings have been destroyed. Back over here, SCV is now coming in, trying to destroy this command center here, as another nuke being dropped to finish off the rest of this barracks here, and down it goes, clearing up the center. All the production buildings for Inflow Linko have pretty much been destroyed. All that is left now is a couple one starport, one factory. But with 4 more nukes now being built by Root QXC, QXC will be able to finish off these buildings very, very easily. Once again, on the move with more Marines and Marauders over in this direction, coming in, finishing off all these barracks. Linko does not have any production buildings to support the 1,000 minerals that he's currently sitting on. More buildings still being canceled, as multiple nukes being dropped in different locations. So the command center will probably be about 500 hit points. Starport will be burning, and this factory will also take some damage as well. There we go, burning Starport, 500 hit point orbital command. As these fights continue, we have another drop coming in. No, Linko moving out with these units. Another command center being built over here, and now another aggressive force coming in over here. Marines and Marauders taking down all of these SCVs. Linko trying to build starports in this direction, but will not be able to. Another nuke landing too close to his ghost friends there, painting the town and burning it up, able to take down another orbital command. Those orbital commands will burn down, and Info Linko, I believe, has to say GG. Even if he's able to get back into this game, economically speaking, it will take him a lot of time in order to get back there and also have enough production buildings to fight off the standing army of QXC. QXC sitting on a 5,300 mineral army, and now just lifting off his orbital command, not losing any of his micro for a moment, and while keeping track of his macro. Root QXC's units are upgraded 2-2. 3 additional nukes are being built. And yeah, that's gotta be GG. There it comes. Info Linko saying GG. So QXC moving out with massive numbers of nukes after opening up with a 2-proxy barracks rush, able to take game 1 in this best of 3 series. And will Linko be able to come back and force a game 3? Stay tuned for game 2 here in the Xel'Naga Caverns.